Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today, going to be showing you the best ways to farm the Guardian, including if you're a beginner. Let's get into it here. Okay, so let's start off with the Commando version of this. Now, if you're familiar with my full health Commando video that I just did, you probably already are aware of this. And I just wanted to include this for the sake of the video. But if you want to run a build that will complement this, you don't have to worry about switching your legendary perk cards. I will link this video in the description. And then you can have a build that you can run around with as well, and then switch on the fly and farm the Guardian as much as you want. What I'm showing here is solely for farming the Guardian. Now, onto the weapon I'm using is the Enclave Plasma Flamer. I will link a video in the description explaining how to get one of these and the mods for it. It is a little bit tricky. The armor I'm using here is the Excavator, Troubleshooters, Intelligence, Through Hikers, Reflective, Calibrated Shocks on the legs, of course. All very important. And I just want to say you can use a better power armor than this. I just wanted to show that this is very possible with an Excavator. Onto the mutations, same ones we've been using for a while now, guys. This hasn't changed too much. We're using Adrenal, Bird Bones, Eagle Eyes, Egghead, Herbivore, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, Scaly, and Speed Demon. And we're going to be using Brain Bombs as well for a little bit of extra intelligence. We're going to be using energy weapons to make our Enclave Plasma Flamer do some more damage. We're also going to be using Psycho Buff as well. And super stim packs are extremely important, guys. These are going to keep you alive when you're fighting the Guardian. If you didn't know, you can go under settings here and make sure you prioritize the strongest first. This will make sure you're always using those super stim packs. I do recommend Black Eyed Susan Soothin' if you can get your hands on it. I just want to say I am not using this anywhere in the video. So you don't exactly need it, but it will definitely help. Now, once you have all this stuff ready, you are definitely ready to go farm the Guardian. You're going to want to get on this pipe here and get your back to the railing so they cannot push you away. This is the distance you want to be, so when you aim down with your Enclave Flamer, you can hit the robot. Now, you can use any heavy weapon. I'm just using the Gatling gun here. I will show you exactly all the effects on it at the end of the video here when we're talking about the beginner portion of this, or the beginner part of this video, but it really doesn't matter. You can use any heavy gun, fire it a little bit, get that bullet shield perk going off, and this is how we're going to destroy the shield. The Enclave Flamer has nothing to do with this. We just need to fire a heavy weapon and keep an eye on our health and use stim packs to keep ourselves alive. Once the shield's gone, we don't have to worry about staying alive anymore, and then we just pull out our Enclave Plasma Flamer. We're going to make sure we're aimed in and we're crouched so we're getting that sneak damage at the top left you're seeing there. And this is by far my favorite way to farm the Guardian right now. It's like, I'm not even using all the buffs or anything like that. You can definitely optimize this a lot more, and if you can follow this, you will have no problem farming the Guardian. This is definitely what I was getting to, is definitely my favorite way to do it, and probably one of the easiest ways to farm the Guardian. If you're wondering why I'm getting 63,000 XP, it's because it's double XP, so just keep that in mind. It's not exactly easy to get that every time. Now, on to the heavy gunner version of this. Now, you can farm the Guardian solo with a Gauss minigun, and you can do it solo. So I just wanted to show that as well. This is the build that I'm using. It is the same thing with my ultimate heavy gunner build video I just did, but this is basically the raid version of it. This part that I'm showing here, these perks, will only help with the Guardian. If you want a build that you can run around with, switch on the fly like I was saying earlier, I will link that in the description. Then you can have a heavy gun build for running around, and you can have one for farming the Guardian, or just raids in general. Now, onto the armor. It's the same armor that we were using before. It's an Excavator. And again, Troubleshooters, Intelligence, Through Hikers, Reflective. All of these are extremely important. And again, you can do this with a better power armor. This is probably one of the least ones that one of the worst ones you can use for damage resistance. So I just wanted to show you guys that that was possible again. Mutations, the same ones again, guys. Just going to go through them here. Adrenal, Bird Bones, Eagle Eyes, Egghead, Herbivore, Marsupial, Scaly Skin, and Speed Demon. We're going to be using Big Guns bobbleheads for this run on the Guardian with this gun. And we're going to be using Psycho Buff as well, like we were in the last build. And super stim packs, again, extremely important. These will keep you alive, guys. And this is the weapon that I'm using. But I noticed that I have Vital and VATS optimized on. You definitely don't need those if you're farming the Guardian. I would suggest maybe Swift and Rapid. And I do want to say as well, what you're seeing in the footage here is me farming the Guardian with the critical damage on. And we're just aiming in. So if you put these two perks on, the Rapid and the faster reload, you're gonna get this done a lot faster. Like, it'll be noticeably faster. So keep in mind, I didn't even have those effects on when I was running the Guardian here. And there's more buffs that you can take, like, you know, Susan Soothin', and, you know, maybe Overdrive wouldn't work, but I'm sure there's other things that you could do to buff. I just did this with what I had, guys, and I'm sure if you can get this stuff together, you will have no problem, you know, doing this, as I'm showing in the footage here. It's really that simple. Same thing with this build, guys. You can use the Gauss minigun, of course, to get the bullet shield going off. You do need to fire a heavy weapon, but the ammo for this weapon is extremely expensive, so make sure you have it out at the end of this as well so you get some of it back. You always get ammo rewarded for what weapon you have out at the end of killing the Guardian, so just keep that in mind. Maybe have this out, but you could probably use the Gatling gun. You'll get the same results, you'll just have to switch weapons, but then you won't be using very expensive ammo like I am here in the video. But if you want to just fire the Guardian with it and take off a little bit of damage, that's totally fine too. It's basically however you play, whatever you want to do. I'm just trying to give you guys all the information I can so you guys can get this done. And you can see I can do this very easily solo. I do recommend being on a team. This is a little bit harder if you're trying to do this in a private server by yourself. If you're going to do this with the heavy gun version, I would hop into a public server like I did here. Join one other person that has mutations and you'll easily get this done. This is, out of the 3 ways, probably my least favorite. Even less than the beginner build. I would rather do this with the beginner build if I'm being honest, which you will see as we explain it here. So this is the beginner raid commando build, and this, man, this surprised me today, guys. I'm very happy for you beginners today, because I don't know if you can't get this build together, then I don't know how much more I could help you guys. This is the beginner build I'm showing here. I only have 1 legendary perk card on. It is maxed, but that's just 1. You can even get away with trying out taking off some agility perks and not even having this on and still getting similar results. I only use a 2-star regular plasma flamer, a faster fire rate, and a Furious. It's only a 2-star. And just to show the Gatling that I am using, just to clear the air again here, you can use any heavy weapon, but this is the one that I was using to get that bullet, not bullet storm, but that, what's that bullet perk called under endurance there? I forget. But basically, you're firing the weapon to get that go off. I think it's bullet shield, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm only using an excavator with 1-star troubleshooters, guys. That is it. This, all you need is an excavator with 1 star on it, 5 troubleshooters. That weapon I was showing, the mutations, as again, I will go through them quickly here. Adrenal, Bird Bones, Eagle Eyes, Egghead, Herbivore, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, Scaly, and Speed Demon. This is like the bare minimum that you would need to farm the Guardian solo, guys. This is about, I would think, as beginner, as I can make it for you anyways. I really do. Psycho buff, some super stim packs, basically whatever buffs you can use if you're a beginner, guys, you can get your hands on. Keep in mind, a friend can drop most of this for you. All the troubleshooter mods for your power armor and all the mods for your weapon, including the gun. Like, this is so easy to set up compared to the other 2 that I was showing, guys, and you can still get this done. Keep in mind, there's weapons that you can get that you can scrap in order to learn these effects, like the Furious, the faster fire rate. Just need to craft these weapons, or at least know the plan. Just throwing that out there. Make sure you have Super Duper on as well when you're crafting these. Make sure you craft the lowest level, and I wish you the best of luck when scrapping, guys. I really do. And yes, this is the beginner build right here. Now, there's one drawback to this build, I will say. You can see I'm taking the Psycho buff here. We got the Gatling gun. We're ready to go. Again, make sure you're crouched, guys. We are solo in a private server. You do not need to have anyone on your team. So if you do, it will make this a lot better. Now, to the drawback. The shield will take a little bit to get destroyed. Now, the more you add to this, the more damage buffs, the more legendary mods and all that you add to this, this is just going to get faster and faster. Again, I don't have any reflective mods. It's just troubleshooters on my excavator. Imagine when you guys get a couple of reflectors mods 4 stars on here after farming the Guardian like this for a while, which was basically the point of this video for you guys too. I want you guys to be able to get these 4-star mods without having to have the 4-star mods. I hear you guys. I want to make that possible for you. That's why I was very happy to make this portion of the video. And again, yes, the drawback to this is, though, that the shield does take a long time to get destroyed. But just practice pushing your stim packs at that perfect time. You should be gaining more stim packs than you're losing. And practice makes perfect, guys. And just keep at it. Try to get all this stuff together. And before you know it, you will be destroying this Guardian solo. You could do this level 100 plus at this point with this build. I'm quite convinced with that. Maybe with a little bit of help by, 200, you should be having this going. And you can see with a 2-star plasma rifle, it's not even the Enclave one, you're more than easily taking out the Guardian. You might have to reload, but you really shouldn't have to do a 2 cycle. You shouldn't have to go run and hide, which I will explain in a second. And yeah, it's a little bit close, but still. Imagine some extra buffs. It'll be even quicker, guys. Now, say you're farming the Guardian and your weapon breaks like it does on me here, or you just don't have everything together and you just are intent on practicing this. I wouldn't suggest practicing this until you have most of this stuff at least. But if you want to practice this, you can do a 2 cycle because you just aren't able to take the Guardian out fast enough. So basically you just, damage the shield and then do whatever amount of damage you can to the Guardian. One of the doors will open up, so you have to find it, go run and hide in it, wait until the room is done heating up, and then just rinse and repeat, guys. You should be able to do this in 1 cycle, though. Again, if your weapon breaks or something like that, I understand. That's why I kind of wanted to show this. And then, yeah, after you're done hiding, make sure you get back on that pipe. You might want to slam a bunch of stim packs before you do. He will kill you very quickly. And yes, that's pretty much it here, guys. I hope I covered everything as possible I could here. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you want to add. Check those comments out, guys. They're always helpful. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a pleasant evening.